Good morning friends. This video is for the jurisprudence students. You all know jurisprudence is the skill of law. That is what happened before framing of the law. This is intelligence or skill relating to the legal propositions. So in the last video, I forgot to mention the video number. Maybe 1449 or something like that. Anyway, we discussed the topic of political order. So for having political order or for proposing the so-called rule of law, there should be stable political government. Then they should maintain the rule of law and they should be made accountable. The state should be made accountable for the act done by its employees. Now, after this, if that is strong, legal order will also be strong. So what is a legal order? Please remember, simply to say, legal order is nothing but the order given in a legal way. Order given legally by the court. Court order. Normally we can say legal order. So please remember, there are certain universally accepted principles of law. Basing on that only legal order will be given. So yesterday when I was in the morning walk, some of my friends actually they started praising me, stating that about 3 years back, this Amaravati issue, I think I have taken in some discussion, I have expressed it in Ranga Bhavan that please remember, the case will come under the doctrine of promissory estoppel. Because you may be knowing, neither Chandrababu Naidu or Jagan Mohan Reddy, they did not sign the CRDA. It was signed, it is by the state government. The state government, when it promised to do something to the agriculturists, they have to bind by it. That is what is called doctrine of promissory estoppel. So legal order, right? It is a legal order. Therefore, the government cannot go back. Okay, anyway, it's a political issue and a lot of people are discussing on that AP government, that Amaravati rights issue. So let us come back to our point, that is a legal order. So what is a legal order? Please remember, it is an aggregate of norms and norms relating to law. And what is we call it a legal norm. So once again go back to Hans Kelson's pure theory of law, normative theory of law. What is that normative theory of law? There are norms. The ground norm, the basic norm says that whenever a person commits an offense, he has to be arrested. An FIR has to be registered. He has to be brought before the court. Trial should be conducted. So judgment should be delivered, whether acquittal or conviction. He should be given a chance for going for appeal. That's all. There should be no political implications. That is like remission of sentence or consideration pardon by the president or things like that. And there should be no legal implication like Probation of Offenders Act, all these things. I have told you in detail in my class also. Please remember, the norms of a legal order, they are created through acts, legislative acts, or human acts, I can say. That's why political order has got connection with the legal order. Legal order will be applicable only if there is rule of law. So these legal orders, they comprise legislative acts. Legal order can be given basing only in the act. So act will be prepared by the legislature, is it not? So they comprise legislative acts, and that too which are legally binding. You may be knowing, judiciary, they can interpret the law, they can make the law, they can declare something as precedent, but it is within the ambit of the legislative only. They cannot exceed the legislative provisions, right? So there are certain domestic legal orders, please remember. So this is a domestic legal order is characterized as the law of a state. That means country, state means, and it is distinguished from the international law. Please remember. So basic norm or the good norm is the regulator of the so-called the creation of the legal order, right? So normally, as I said, legal order is a direction from the court, right? So like what are the different types of legal order? They are detention order, you all know. So any person, anti-Gunda Act, he has to be detained, can be detained for 180 days without an inquiry. Detention order, normally given by the collector. Second is temporary custody order, police custody or judicial custody. 167 CRPC says about the judicial custody. There also, if the police wants to interrogate him for some period, definitely he can be remanded to police custody also. Then sentence order. So under section 235 CRPC, whenever the court is satisfied that man has committed some crime and it has been proved against him, the court will ask him about the quantum of sentence. So that is sentence order. Then adoption order. Adoption means not guardians and maintenance or what's and maintenance. It is the adoption of a statute to a state. So you may know Schedule 7, Unit 1, that is state orders, central union order, union list, state list and concurrent list. So adoption, yes. So like that, legal order can be created. Please remember, it can be modified or it can be cancelled also. So please remember, an example is given. A person received a court order barring him entry into certain building. This is nothing but an injunction order, or sometimes the police will give externment orders. This is also legal order. That means according to Habitual Offenders Act, this fellow has to notify his place of residence. According to the same order, please remember, the commissioner is authorized to direct a person to extend. That is, you should not reside in this area for a particular time. Very recently, such things have been coming into our notice also. So please remember, the socialist law is actually basing on the legal order. So legal order, that means precedents, maybe precedents, right? So there are so many orders like this. Social justice, so restraining order, just like I told you, externment order like that. Or restraining order means just like you may be knowing. Suppose tomorrow if some agitation is there, the opposition leaders will be confined to their houses. They will be said, sir, you are under house arrest. That is what's called restraining order. Temporary protection order, remembering according to Domestic Violence Act, the victim can be given the so-called temporary protection. Child custody, when there is a dispute regarding the paternity or the dispute regarding the custody of the child, the court can give the custody to the natural guardian or to the mother, whatever it thinks right. Then divorce decree, it is also legal order. So when the divorce is given in the shape of a decree, it should be implemented. So equitable remedy, that is apportionment of property. Suppose if somebody files a case of some MV Act compensation, it will be apportioned. That is what is called equitable remedy. So normally it comes under composite negligence and contributory negligence topics. Then search warrant, it is also an order, a legal order. If you take a search warrant, then you can go and search the entire premises. Then stay of the execution, yes, it is also a legal order. Please remember, nothing but legal orders, nothing but the collection of norms, be it the law of nation, state or the international law also. Domestic legal order means relating to the state. So with this I want to stop. Please read the material and also hear the video once or twice and then only you can appreciate. It's normally, since jurisprudence is a dry subject, normally you are not interested to hear the same. So please hear it once or twice and develop your legal knowledge. Thank you very much.